necessarily...
Hey, Lysandra.
Oh, wow, okay.
All right.
Was that an insta-lock?
Insta-lock. Insta-lock.
Too good. As, let's get onto the Rift here for game number 1. See where the Kwandong Freaks are going to be able to pull a rabbit out of a hat.
Like, okay, won the one game on Draven, right? Okay, hold on.
All right, Showmaker is going to get a ward in, and then takes a bit of damage here from Youngjae. Continue out. Bulldog has a very cool skin. I do like that. All right, let's see whether this dive is actually going to work out. Shroud on cooldown, and that is first blood. So comfortably collected by the Kwandong Freak.
Well played. Canyon coming over too. He knows it. Showmaker's calling out for it. That's why he's shrouded there to try to buy some extra time. But really easy walk up, Ring of Frost into just claw out. Takes the aggro there for Youngjae. That was beautifully played.
Oh, Deft misses the Q as the Ignite now goes down. Has to flash as Taeyun charges his arrow. Deft looking for a little bit more as Canyon's going to come down. Kellen's still going to be able to zone them off the wave.
All right, watch this play. Shroud's here. Shows himself on the top side. And then now it's kind of game theory with Ring of Frost. He's like, I just know exactly where you're going to be. Wukong sets it up. He tanks the extra turret shot. Claws out. Very clean.
Beautifully done. Levels even. Deft unable to actually go up and try and help out there. He stands very far back. This is dangerous. Lysandra on vision as well, but what can D plus Kia actually do about it is the question. Is Kellen going down very low? Oh, the arrow's going to interrupt Canyon there as well.
This should be Drake for sure going over to Kwangdong Freaks now. Youngjae just going to trickster over the wall and take this one down. This is going to be a back interrupted. And this is, you know, the complexities of what I was talking about in this laning phase. 2 Ezreal lanes. Now, it's very different, obviously, with the Ashe here. Can we see a steal?
Oh, well, no, we can't, but it was very close as Canyon's going to flash and freak out a little. Still holding on to the back as Youngjae is just going to take this Rift Herald. There's a Nah, okay, that should just be the kickback and a, okay, leap strike out. Canna, not going to go for it, holds on to the flash, and they get Dudu's flash once again as Canyon looks for the... As he is going to walk in, gets his control ward, and there is the arrow. The flash immediately comes out. He knew that that was going to happen.
Massively behind, so functionally he's just going to be stronger. Okay, this time no flash, but the claw is good.
Yeah, claw is going to come through, but the stun is going to last for way too long. Oh, Showmaker caught under the turret, but it doesn't matter. He's able to pick up the kill with the perfect execution. Needed it. Counter-Strike now on a little bit of cooldown as Deft is over the wall. And you can see they're looking for the turn. Okay, Bulldog does still have Frozen Tomb available. Showmaker was trying to bait it out. Bingo goes Bulldog. He turns it around himself as now Kellen's going to flash. That's a huge Gnar into the wall. But can they kill Youngjae? He's going down so low, but he survives forever. And the Lysandra is still there. She's able to kill Deft. And now there is nothing D plus Kia can do. Canna, yeah, he gets a wallop off, but he is limping away from this battle. And he'll have to just try and go for... Oh, it's an execute.
Gets the execute.
Never mind.
He does, yeah, he does get the execute there. It doesn't look like June actually autoed him at all. So he will get away with this.
It's definitely not the biggest win rate that he's picked up, as Arrow is going to find Taeyun here.
No flash.
And yeah, that's a really dead Varus.
The teleport is almost cancelled. Taeyun again.
Another arrow is going to connect, and that's a real dead Varus.
Okay, this game state is changing very rapidly. Like, you know, this looks a lot harder every single time one of these mistakes happens here.
As Youngjae, he's just going to get kicked. This could be a huge throw, Wolf.
I mean, it is starting to feel like it is already, and now with the teleport available for Kana, I was talking about, they're just going to grab Baron.
Yeah, it doesn't have the unsealed spellbook as Showmaker. Oh, that ward wasn't in the brush, so Showmaker is going to get doomed and taken down. Kana throws them into the wall.
The counter throw?
We'll see, as there is still a smite in this pit, but Dudu is absolutely terrifying. Canyon's going to be able to secure it and get out in the arrow. It's going to connect once again. Now Jun flashing himself out. Canyon gets back into the pit once again as Deft locks down Bulldog. Blind now gets over the wall, and D plus K. I mean, that was way more difficult than it could have been, but they take the Baron.
Like the Ring of Frost coming across on the other side here. You have Counter-Strike. Okay, Arrow.
Arrow going to connect onto Dudu. Oh, it was going to hit someone, and there's the kickback that Jax can't even Counter-Strike. I don't even know whether he had it off cooldown as Canna doesn't have flash, as that is Showmaker going golden. to deny the Frozen Tomb. Cyclone's good, because he was still tanking the turret. Now they're out of cooldowns. There's a huge Gnar under 3 into the wall, and I'll never say it again. I'm sorry for saying the Gnar isn't perfect. I'm sorry for saying it isn't amazing. I'll never say it again, I promise.
Game over.
That might just be exactly that, Wolf, as they're going to push through. That's the ace of Lissandra being able to do damage effectively. This is sort of the Lissandra situation, as she has a whole bunch of friends, and it's a Gnar by himself. They should be able to find something. He'll take a while to die, as True Shot Barrage gets a fair bit of value, but the Frozen Thrall is all that remains. They can pick you all the time. They should always have vision. They can decide who they want to kill at any time.
And Kwangdong cannot play timid here. They have to play aggressively. They have to play around these arrows and flank angles. Bulldog's going to look for one here. As long as Dudu and Bulldog have a cross angle.
Oh, Taeyoon. Oh, wow, he is way too low.
Well, that's
they cannot actually fight anything.
Yep, the fight's over now. And while they're being indecisive and kiting to that choke point, one single ult from Deft is like, all right, you guys are out.
Man, Bulldog is like, he's playing his heart out this game. As the Claw, oh, Showmaker, he picks it really beautifully. The arrow has to be flashed as the Q misses from Canyon, but Bulldog might just die. The Frozen Tomb comes in. Showmaker goes into his Zhonya's, and now Deft wants to take some control. Counter-Strike will go off before Deft comes out of his stopwatch, but he still is going to die. Canyon goes into his stopwatch as well as Cannon gets over the wall. Mega Gnar is incoming. He puts everyone on top of each other, and the bottom lane is just obliterated, or walloped, I should say. Youngjae goes golden as well. I mean, everyone has a stopwatch at this point in the game. Showmaker's going to flash on the head, though. It's not going to stop him from dying. Picks up the double, and we'll see what D plus Kia want to do now.
As long as that Nexus is alive, there's a chance, right? There's a chance.
Oh, okay. Canner is going to bite the bait. Showmaker looking for the flank, and who's baiting who is kind of the question, as he finds the backflip onto Taeyoon. Yep, you can't cleanse death anyway, so I guess it doesn't even really matter, as Canyon's going to get the kickback. That's the Gnar follow-up. And now, Dudu, where are you going to go? And where is Jun going to go, especially, as Showmaker should be able to find a 5-point strike. It's a dead Wukong, and Bulldog is going to try and hold the wave, but there are minions still here. And if they can tank these turrets, they can just win the game. Unless Dudu can do something absolutely heroic. There's a teleport to keep these minions alive, which is very cute. And there goes the Jax. Canyon going to safeguard to follow Jun, and this game is over. But man, Kwangdong Freaks, they made them work for it. This is not what D plus Key were expecting this game. I guarantee you that. As Bulldog on this Lissandra, he played the laning phase very well. He had some moments, but then he also had some mishaps. Still, when it's a team this young, can't help but feel proud of them.
The focal point here is, I think, a little bit of frustration. Yeah, Deft hits 400 wins, but the coaching staff is much more interested on how that early game went wrong right now.
I don't think we're going to be having that discussion backstage about congratulations on your 400 wins.
To play the plan, right? Play everything according to plan. When things stop going according to plan, that's the harder thing to teach. That's the harder thing to grow with, and there's a lot of learning to be done here for Kwangdong Freaks in this long.
Do it. This was his one trick back in the day, guys.
Don't do it.
I mean, he's not going to play it. But he played it once in Kesper Cup like 4 years ago or something like that, and I remember we were so excited about it. It's a dicey one. Kwangdong Freaks will see whether they can get things together. We hop onto the rift. Showmaker's first Kassadin game. Now, the player that plays it the most, it's the first time he's played it this season, is Jun. Oh dear, down to 100 health. The autos are going to come through, and that is first blood for D plus Kia. They are angry after what happened in game number 1. Now back with a vengeance.
Skirting around those turrets on the top side, having way more damage here, and looking for more.
Deft is just going to go for it. Okay. Another auto, not going to land, as Youngjae is going to come in here. They do have a ward in this brush, and he doesn't have Arcane Shift. There's the flash. Oh, does manage to get the Inspire. Deft. Oh, Arcane Shift, where is it? Not going to be back up in time, as Showmaker is going to get another kill onto Bulldog here in the mid lane, as Kassadin will be entirely even.
So this is, look at the turret placement here. Heal is baited out early. Flash forward from Kellen. Dune just burns down, and Deft gets level 2 here off of another minion that decides, okay, I'm going back in because I have Arcane Shift, can actually push for this. And then Taeyoon narrowly escapes, and they turn this one around. But as you can see on the minimap in mid, all the while here, yes, Deft does get punished. Flash has to be used for Wukong. Fortunately, big push coming through from the Taliyah is punished here by Canyon. grabs this and he's like, all right, well, I see the Wukong as bottom side, so let's punish this Taliyah that's trying to get a lane advantage. This is just quintessential Bulldog, right? Trying to get any lane advantage he can.
Yeah, trying to go over and ward, I think. But Canyon in perfect position.
오! 개더러.
Happy Showmaker.
But so much more important this time around for those to actually land. As okay, Canyon hits 5, he wants to contest.
Yep, Youngjae gonna fight him as Showmaker's getting taken down very low as well in the mid lane. He has level 6. Level 6 finally hit for Bulldog, as now he could join and try and add to this fight as Canyon. He may have to flash to try and get out of this one. He does. Seismic Shove in a great spot there for Bulldog.
Yeah, and actually some CS is denied from Deft as he has to come over there.
And it's so unfair, right? Because Showmaker should be like severely weak because he's Kassadin.
Here comes Jax.
And Dudu does have the inside track. Showmaker now trying to chase after them. Does find the riposte as Canyon's going to go down. And that's a disaster. D+ here kind of on opposite sides of each other's mind there.
Yeah, just
Canyon left out to dry.
Yeah, Canyon left out. Not the best target selection there. With the flash setup here, not going to commit any further, but still getting a little bit of an advantage.
Oh, that's another Glacial Prison. Bulldog this time doesn't have flash. Kellen is going to pick up the kill. He's like, I have to flash bottom lane, guys. Shove going to get the flash out of Showmaker as we're going to check out this bottom side. As Canyon's here again. This is the most proactive I've seen Canyon all year. It's crazy. Another gank's going to work out as the Rift Herald thrown down here in the mid lane. Kwangdong Freak still able to fight back as a couple of turret
shots. At this point in time, with all the plate money he picked up, we'll see in just a moment.
Wolf, this is gross.
Yeah.
It's 25 CS lead, like pre-20 minutes for Kassadin.
Dudu actually,
it's pre-14 minutes.
If that Vital isn't placed back, he actually dies. I think he might actually die regardless.
Okay, yeah, Youngjae is just going to Cyclone him. Oh, man. Have you seen Twister? I used to get really scared of Twister, man.
I mean, it scared me as a kid real bad.
And then I spoke to my parents. I'm like, Mom and Dad. Yep. And D+ have 100% of the good dragons this game already picked up as, okay, Dudu, let's see how you get out of this one. The answer is you can't. And Canner is going to be able to pick that one up.
Grab this mid turret here. I don't think they have enough minions.
Oh, that sidestep was good. The second one was not. But Rod of Ages is done, and Showmaker is way more tanky than he has any right to be. Jun, he was tanking the turret! Oh, Kellen's going to be able to lock down the kill. They'll still be able to get the turret here.
Kellen!
As Kellen's sort of like stuck between a rock, a hard place, and another rock, and another hard place, and he's dead.
Okay, we're going to be forcing fights early, but some of these mistakes here in the mid game cost him big.
Oh, Bulldog was actually out of vision when he stopwatched there, so Canyon's going to throw his ultimate into Narnia, but that's fine because that means he's stopped. And
Scryer's Blossom.
Yeah. The one that makes you see good, real good. As Canyon finds another ulti. It's a bit of a drive-by as Jun finds a nice grenade, but it is not enough to save him. Canyon is now going to get challenged pretty grandly, and he will die. They get a free heal off it as well. Kwangdong Freak's going to answer nicely. That is 1-for-1 in the end.
Yeah, support for a jungle, and you've got the streak available, so pushing down to take this.
Because he was casted. Sometimes it just happens. Canyon, he can rotate over. We're going to fight here towards the bottom side, though. It's Grand Challenge going to be issued. Cannon puts his back against the wall, but it's still going to be the challenge coming through. Counter-Strike comes down. There's the flash. Dudu going to still fight this one out, though. Oh, okay. We're Alcove Gaming. And there are too many wards. There's too much control as he comes around. That was a jump scare. Cannon's going to pick up the kill in the 1v1 and immediately teleports to the top lane.
Showmaker getting that extra level. As we'll watch this time from Kana's perspective.
Just checking things out here on his bar.
All right, in mid.
All right, got a bit of a fight as Cannon's going to go down. Okay, nice little pick onto the jungler. Might be really important here as D+ now have to defend a potential Baron take from Kwangdong Freaks.
Yeah, D+ here with no jungler. This is going to be so awkward. It's going to have to be a play from Kana. He's flashless too.
Yep, you have to fight this. You have to.
You absolutely do. Here comes Showmaker on the flank.
Yeah, Rift Walk. Bulldog getting taken down very low. There is the Null Sphere as Deft over the wall. Can they actually win the fight after this is the question as Grand Challenge comes through. Showmaker's going to need a few more of these Rift Walks to get out of this one. Does have enough, but that is Baron picked up.
There's 16.
Yep, so he's got it. And also, he's pushed this wave all the way in. D+ don't want to lose 2 inhibitors off that, though. As this turret, not long for the world. Now, the flank play to come in. It's Showmaker making his way through. They know about this. They have an inkling. Because he's been off the map for quite some time. Canyon going to go down extraordinarily low. Into the backline goes Showmaker. Grand Challenge is issued, though, as Dudu trying to get the work done. Cannon goes down.
can just back out now. You don't have to force anything more. This is a huge win for Guangdong Freaks. They stop the teleport there. They can go grab Soul Point.
Wow.
It's going to be a delay here, but they
That
still have the
doesn't matter.
empowered backs. And
Well, D+, they do have a control ward in here, as we're just fighting one more time. The Baron was still up, actually, for another couple of seconds. As Showmaker, Youngjae has to go into his stopwatch. True Shot Barrage is going to sail through. He does manage to get Soul Point, but he'll give his life for it.
somehow pull Kana out of this lane. His TP is coming up soon.
On Dev, that's very aggressive positioning as he spots the rest of the team. Cyclone does come out as now Dudu, he's in trouble. Showmaker rift walking after him. Can he find another lunge? Kellen's going to move on in. He does lunge over, but now they're taking the Fiora for a walk, and Deft comes over and picks up the kill. All right, Kellen just lying in wait. Control ward coming down. June, oh my goodness, he is so incredibly low. In goes Canada to find Tae, and Kellen's going to flash on top of him, and they lock down the Varus. Depth is going to be taken as well, so it's 1-for-1. But this Kassadin, the Kassadin is the problem. As Bulldog, he's going to get wiped out first. That's the first target of Showmaker here, the Herald of Doom for Guangdong Freaks. Maybe they don't need a Baron. Dudu comes over. Force Pulse not going to connect. True Shot Barrage is actually huge. A lot of value there as D+ getting control of this area, and look at all of this poke raining down. Kana coming on the flank. Yeah, he is. Let's see what this Counter-Strike looks like. My God, the Cyclone, it's also really good, but it is not good enough. Yeah, the Sejuani goes down, but it's another Counter-Strike to obliterate Guangdong Freaks. Can this change the game?
Oh, look at the flank for Kana.
Well, they are going to be able to get the Drake, but can they actually win the fight is the question. Oh, they pick up the Jax! That's not going to be the Counter-Strike value that we were looking for.
Oh, certainly not. And now they should be able to just kind of kite their way out of here and push towards this inhibitor.
Man, think about it. If that was an Infernal Soul, Guangdong Freaks would be in such an incredible position. They're still in a good position.
Yeah, they really are, because like, they're going to push up here and try to siege this up, and this is just buying more and more time. If they get to have the Elder Flip fight in the first place, that's more than they should have ever gotten this game.
True. As this is with Baron, by the way, guys. Oh, the flank from Canyon is just massive. Showmaker, yeah, he's going to be able to get in there. The Talia is already dead, and now Deft, alongside Showmaker on this Kassadin, are just going to mop the floor with them. Showmaker still has the Zonya's Hourglasses. Dudu, can he do it again? I think the answer might be no, but he's still alive. He's flashing. The GA is going to be popped onto Deft, and he will be put down in the end. I thought maybe we'd have another one of those Dudu moments, but we don't. That's going to be the ace. And the dream was so close to being a live wolf.
Yeah, and all of these longer fights, you're never going to win as Guangdong Freaks because you're up against this nearly full build Kassadin. He went Deathcap.
8-0-10.
He went Deathcap, he skipped the Morel Namaga just sitting on an Oblivion Orb, and he can end these games. Deft and Kassadin are on basically two late team fighting champions. Like
I like how you say Deft and Kassadin because Showmaker is kind of Kassadin here in the LCK.
Sorry, I meant to say Kassadin and Ezreal.
No, I like it.
Okay, well this is the end of the game.
It is certainly the end of the game. That is going to be another ace picked up here. There's been a lot of chem tech put down onto this rift, but it was not enough for Guangdong Freaks. Nexus goes down. There's the 2-0 for D+ Gear.
Yeah.
I think Canyon looking happier than usual, and we could see that in his play. He was like rampaging the rift throughout the entire game, making plays whether they were good or not. It did not matter. He was going. He was pressing R and throwing a prison at someone. You know.
Will be fantastic. It just needs to get there, and they say we need something safer. But as you already put it, I think you're giving up a lot by not really having any obvious win conditions. If you're ready, let's jump out of the rift for game number 1.
Wukong doesn't have a lot of power pre-6, especially not into this bottom 2v2. But will you be able to find any synergy topside? The binding connects already.
Boy. Ignite comes in. June flashes as he uses his own Ignite as well. And it's just kind of an annoying honeybee that's just flying around you.
Yep. Spear connecting there too. Okay, this is a nice trade back of damage. His life is out of pots now. No cookies available. And that's going to stay the pressure a little bit here.
Yep.
As you can see, some of those Montracus connecting. Divide.
Oh, Bulldog under the turret. He can't get past the wall. He has to flash into the enemy jungle. Thankfully, Youngjae had control of that place. here we go again. Bulldog does not have flash. He is dunked right on top of the Nidalee, and that is first blood. Did not matter that Youngjae was there. There was nothing really that he could do against 3.
Yeah, it just outnumbered. Even if he Cyclones there, it's not going to save anybody.
Okay, he's not going to throw it. Just going to wait until he can get over the wall first, and he's going to stop a lot of backs as he immediately goes straight into the Taliyah. Going to hit the clone and then dies. So now Life is alone, as they have gone very deep for this against 4 people who were low, but now Life is the one that is low.
You know, Valdez, this is the third side of the coin I was talking about.
Yeah. The rim, right?
Yeah.
Around the edge of the coin.
Is the Hanwha...
That's that Luden's burst, and now both Youngjae and, yeah, this is getting dirty. This is getting really rough. I mean, they're just walking through the river. They're not even fighting. They're not even trying to fight.
To be able to Weaver's Wall or make proactive plays, and that's half the strength of Taliyah in the first place. Is King in?
Oh, Dudu, he's just getting run down here. This King in eventually just goes mega, so. Yeah,
it's Clid.
It's Clid. Yeah. Using Canyon Skin, by the way. As, okay, we're going to get on in there. Straight into the Meganar goes Youngjae and Dudu, and they're kind of reconsidering their positioning now as a bunch of poke comes in, and Youngjae even gets hit by a comet.
I really don't.
I
don't know about that. I kind of like him better the way he is.
Okay. Well, Zeka's in a little bit of trouble. Has to flash himself, even Ignite coming in, and Youngjae just says, well...
They're respecting the fact that Renekton is over here. Youngjae?
Meganar's coming in. Youngjae against the wall. He is going to flash. He baits out a lot, but he is going to go down in the end. As down will go the jungler of Kwangdong Freaks, and that should be a free drink here to Hanwha Life Esports.
Oh, Dudu is just like, all right, I give, I'm backing, and then his back is denied. He can take the Hextech gate in order to get out, but this is sole point here for Hextech. You lost your jungler, and I loved how clinically HLE pushed Bulldog away repeatedly, and doing things like starting that Baron as they did previously is really smart. They had a lot of vision control. Stepping off of it, you know, we don't like it as much, but just don't want to take any risks. The Baron call itself was good.
Oh boy.
Here comes the flank.
Here we go. Kingan's got the flank from the right side, and he's going to get the flash at a Youngjae essentially. But now with the Hextech Soul on the Rift, Kwangdong Freaks, I mean, they've been idling about, you know, looking for an angle, but they weren't really able to respond on the Baron, and now are they going to respond on this one? Like I said before, if you couldn't fight for the last one,
okay,
are you going to fight for this one?
Taliyah with ult, no Narbar.
No Narbar, trying to get on top of him, the damage not there, and there is Hextech Soul, just giving over to Hanwha Life Esports. Zeka waiting for his moment, and everybody's just running away. They turn tail. As Glidy's going to hit a spear. It'll happen, we'll see when it does, but the rest of the team is just running away and flashing walls. Bulldog not able to get out of there.
Hextech. Yeah, a bit of a, you know, no tear on the shirt, but definitely firm. As this is going to be an engage on the Kingan with the Weaver's Wall.
He's just running away. He's just really fast, especially getting back into Mininar is just out of there. And you got to try for something. I mean, this pick comp will eventually pick something.
Look at that slow. Nasty. Oh!
Yeah, daily damage too. Kwangdong Freaks' base is falling apart. Hanwha Life Esports going to take everything. They're not going to stop here, I would imagine.
They just push to end. I mean, they have Baron for another 80 seconds. So they have so much damage, so much siege. Zeka still has ult.
Yeah.
Look at Kingan's bar.
It feels like they're not even really pulling the trigger, you know? They're just like escorting in the waves. They haven't even used like more than half their power yet.
Yeah, this is just...
There's 4 ults available.
Impressive as hell, Valdez.
No, they're just going to slowly tear it apart. Kwangdong Freaks, they got to do something eventually, but Spears and Hextech Soul and Zeka just autoing everybody. Nobody can get one step closer to Hanwha Life Esports. That is going to do it. A pretty much actionless game, and Hanwha Life Esports take it. Only 7 kills in total. I don't know, Kwangdong Freaks, you can tell from the damage, like there wasn't a single real fight in this game. There was the one time that Hanwha Life Esports over-pushed into the top lane and they got Taliyah.
It's a really easy response here. I think he's considering whether he wants to play one of those ADs. I mentioned, the Scion in particular, really the one that he's considering otherwise here. Oh, now this is bold. And I'm going to be honest with you, Valdez, I'm not a big fan of this in the second game.
Once again, as always, let's jump onto the rift for game number 2. You have so many angles. There are almost too many angles.
All right, well, we talked about the jungle pathing and the fragile Jace, and we can kind of like niche disagree with the king and pick of the Camille, but if you play it like this, I mean, you are dead, man. You have to flash at least.
Yeah, I should just flash it here, but can he get away from the damage? The answer will be absolutely not, as Clid, excellent pathing to set this one up.
You
totally circumvented this ward.
Yeah, you just got to be wary of this.
Viper rooted, ignited. He has taken so much damage. Even life runs back to try to help. Heals his AD carry, but that's not a good look for that situation. Taehoon and June able to set this one up.
Ooh, slick.
Oh, but he's got to go back right into the hands of Vi. He's got to go back. There it is. Straight into Clid. Flashes in. Clid picks up a second one as Youngjae is here in the mid lane. And he's not going to be able to do anything. And actually, they're turning it around onto him. Uh-oh, as even he has to flash. One more Q could do it. Clid will happily accept that. And he does give the streak over to Youngjae, but he's 3 kills already.
You have to continue to be there. As this is the play from Clid. Waiting for the acceleration gate to fade. Now, he says. Slow comes through. Holds the Q for the flash.
Could have tried to set something up with the level 6 of Zeka stealing the Yone ultimate, but spotted, and he's back. He's actually trying to set this up again. The Unbound Soul, I mean, this is going to make it pretty obvious, right? You set it up straight into Zeka's stolen one. Difference being that Youngjae's here. Will it matter, though? Bulldog gets in. Flash in front of the Yone ultimate does Clid and denies the play. And that's his fourth kill.
4 kills for Clid. Clidemption, Valdez. Just no word on that tri-brush.
Let's watch this again.
Yeah. This is once again just abusing the fact that he has to return. Look at the ping coming through from Clid. He's called this out a long time ago.
Yep.
So clean.
And Youngjae, like, the only real way to help that further is to try to get in front of the VIQ, but instead he goes for the Sylas. So, like, he almost kills the Sylas, but he also doesn't block the VIQ.
Yeah.
And then he doesn't get the kill on Sylas, and Vi gets in there. Clid is level 6.
Level 6?
Yeah, this is going to be point and click, and that he will do. Do they have the damage, though, is my question. Flash away from Dudu. Yes, they absolutely do, as Kingen tanks it up. That is a 5th kill. Clid just hit 7 at least, and now he's going to deny this back. Black Cleaver into Youngjae, who doesn't have any armor at this point in time. He's just in there in the back line. Like, nobody can stop him. He's so tanky, too.
And you kind of called it out early. We were like, yeah, it's all in the Vi. Like, we'll see. They're chasing the Vi around. But now we're starting to see some of the big problems in this comp here is, okay, here we go.
Flash and press your buttons. And what happened to the Lulu?
What happened to the Vi?
As Vi is in there, but cannot kill the Ezreal. Taehoon lives.
And now, Hanwha Life Esports massively behind. This should be 2 Drakes, as now they're setting up for a dive.
Oh, look at this. They're trying to get on top of Viper, who does have the Lulu ults, the Wild Growth. Quite a big Zeri in that case, but still doesn't even have 1 item for Viper, so they can't really force the issue. They do get Taehoon's flash, though.
And the Herald is going to get dropped. So, trying to finish off this turret. Very likely should be able to get it.
All right, getting on in there. The ult's going to be thrown in towards Zeka as the turret does get swiped at and taken down. So at least Hanwha do pick that one up.
Very close. As this turret is just getting sieged up.
All right, this time Clid gets into the backline pretty comfortably. Taehoon, though, is very much healed up. A lot as June flashes in, gets the root, but look at this, a front line for Viper. He flashes on top of them, picks up 2. And you see Duda here is left all alone as well. Kingen picks up the kill. 3 to the side of Hanwha Life Esports.
What's that, Valdez? Clidemption.
Oh, no. Couple of, couple of stumbles to get there as Kingen nearly dies.
In some ways, Valdez, I would say they're still not quite ahead. You know, the Zeri picked up 2 kills here, still working on getting that quick blade online as well. Oh?
They just started winning a fight in their favor, and you see that Zeka's trying to start it again as the flank comes in, and Taehoon's like, God, I just want to play the game. Like, can't you just get off my back? As Clid says no. Another Clid Demption gets into the backline. Here is a stopwatch as Kingen is only joining now. And again, you're not getting away. How many people are going to get away here? You know, maybe Bulldog, as Youngjae is just on the run. Bulldog will go down. As they're not done yet, the chase continues. Silas is in there. They could dive this turret, and that should be a 3rd kill into the hands of Half-Life Esports.
They want more. There's nothing else to get. Maybe they could try to force this turret down, but this is going to be the first.
As Clid is just going to smite away the little scuttle crab, looking for even more. How about a red buff? Has he gone too far? Sedge ult
maybe
into Clid.
Okay.
Meanwhile, a fight in the top lane. Uh-oh.
Doo-doo, that's the wrong way, buddy.
He doesn't have flash. He's just dead. He says, oh, I can just run back to my team. We have control of the river, right? Well, the answer was no. And Half-Life Esports will take this opportunity to once again chase them. That is what they do. They will just chase you down. There's no getting away from this guy. As Taehoon as well, just trying to stand up to Viper at this point, who has BT and
fail to contest an objective and then retreat. More of the map gets worn away.
They're just going all the way in between the turrets. Heard you said something about that, Wolf, in another cast.
Yeah.
One of these days, one of these weeks.
We just have to see better counter engage here for Kwangdong Freaks, but they're just getting run around the map. Like, Youngjae can't do anything here.
Yeah. Just getting run down as Bulldog now in a rough spot. You see that Clid has his pick of the litter. Whatever he wants to click on, he will destroy both of them. As
I mean, even Bulldog didn't have his ults coming back up now, too late.
yeah, Taehoon gonna get caught here, and now Viper gets to press his buttons. This might just be the end of the game. Half-Life Esports steamboating all over Kwangdong Freaks here in game number 2. As now a clean ace will lead to them pushing down the mid lane.
Yeah, I mean, there were certainly some moments where it looked shaky in the early game. All the money on the buy, the Ezreal accelerated, but clean communication, hard engages on this Ezreal, and this game just fell apart like a house of cards for Kwangdong Freaks.
18-3. Oh, please don't make it 19-3. We don't need. Okay, 18-4. How about that? Down goes the Nexus.
Kingen and Zeka, and in this final moment, the solo laners for DRX, who won the World Championship, very quiet. And you could really feel that on this roster, they are slotted in, but they need someone to tell them what to do to find that synergy. I think Clid has been the one who stepped up to do it.